Today's talk is all about brain health and some steps you can take to maintain a healthy brain and really improve it into old age. So a bit of this is about healthy aging and longevity of your brain. Just to start with, to introduce myself, I'm Stuart Morick. I've got a Bachelor of Health Science in Naturopathy. I'm one of the practitioners at a multimodality clinic in Bassendean called Pure Health and Wellness Clinic. And between us, we've got you covered between naturopathy, homeopathy, hypnotherapy, aromatherapy, reflexology, and remedial massage. Just a little disclaimer to start with, the information that I'm delivering here today isn't meant to be medical advice, so always go and see your chosen healthcare practitioner about any particular issues. So everybody, we have a problem. So these statistics come from the government, our National Health Department. So it's thought that in about the next 8 years or so, 7 or 8 years, more than 500,000 Australians will have dementia. And in the next 55 to 60 years from now, it'll be well over 1 million. So that'll certainly include all of us in this room. Dementia is the single greatest cause of disability in Australia for people over 65 and the third leading disability burden overall. So it's the third biggest cost to our economy. But the startling fact is that I wanted to get through to you is the last one. It's the second leading cause of death in Australia. So cardiovascular is still the first. I think cancer could possibly be the third, but not many people know that dementia is actually the third cause of death. So this is an important issue. Your brain has within it an intricate myriad of blood vessels and capillaries. Anything that you can do to assist blood and nutrient flow to your brain, which also includes the most important nutrient of all, being oxygen, then you're doing something that's highly beneficial for your brain health. So a bit of this will be about delivering oxygen to your brain. Your brain is the control centre for your entire body. When anything damages or disturbs your brain, this will result in deleterious repercussions ranging from anything that's mild to severe on any number of your body's functions. It's arguably the most important organ in your body. For those of you who know me, you know I'm passionate about using food as medicine. Just like the right diet can prevent heart disease, high blood pressure or cancer, research is asserting that certain foods may boost your brain health. And just remember that point because you'll see something from scientific research a bit later on. Although it's claimed there is no current treatment, so they're contradicting themselves in a way, proven to cure Alzheimer's disease or dementia, there are foods that play a positive role in overall mind health. Let's take a close look now at 15 foods that will be very beneficial for your brain. These are foods that you should diligently attempt to include in your diet every day. So, number 1 is coconut oil. Use it in your cooking, use it in your salads, eat it by the spoonful. It aids in weight loss and stimulates your metabolism. It provides ketones for the brain, and we'll be discussing ketones towards the end. They are the main fuel, the best fuel source for your brain. Number 2, dark chocolate. So it's not all bad. You can get to eat something really good. Don't go munching on any dark chocolate, however. You're supposed to have unprocessed and unsweetened dark chocolate which comes from pure cacao. The content must be 70% or greater of dark chocolate, and that's an important point. Then it's rich in flavonoids, which are anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. 100 grams of dark chocolate contains 11 grams of fibre, almost 70% of your daily intake of iron, almost 60% of your magnesium, and about 90% of your daily requirement of copper, as well as virtually 100% of your daily requirement of manganese. So it's good for your brain as well as all your joints. Manganese is good for your joints. It stimulates production of endorphins and serotonin, but avoid milk chocolate. It contains much more dairy and sugar. White chocolate is even worse, as it contains no cacao at all. One of the main components of dark chocolate is theobromine, which is a vasodilator. That's what it's good for. It helps to oxygenate your brain. Eggs. Studies show that eggs have no effect on cholesterol levels in healthy adults and might in fact help raise good cholesterol levels. One of the most inexpensive sources of protein out there. It's rich in a source of choline, which is not only essential for building neurotransmitters in adults, but also for overall fetal brain development in pregnant women as well. Your green leafies, you can never get away from them. A scientific study has evaluated that the eating habit and mental ability of more than 950 older adults for an average of 5 years, so this is a powerful study, found that those adults who ate a serving of green leafy veggies once or twice a day experienced slower mental deterioration than those who ate no vegetables at all, even when factors like age, education and family history of dementia were factored in. When it comes to brain power, greens should cover a lot of your plate, and for at least one meal a day. You can eat green leafy vegetables even for 3 meals a day, provided you have variety. Leafy greens form a great foundation for your brain health because you can swap out a lot of the empty carbs you get from things like pastas and bread, and you replace it with low-calorie, high-nutrient, high-fibre leafy greens. The nutrients in leafy green vegetables are protective to the brain and beneficial for your processing speed. Lutein and zeaxanthin are what are important in leafy greens. They are carotenoids, and those two carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin, in fact account for 50% of all the carotenoids in your brain. So you get most of them from leafy greens. The important thing I want you to know about blueberries is gallic acid. It's protective to the brain, so it stops degeneration. Current findings in scientific research suggest that gallic acid reduces neural damage and the development of amyloid plaques. Amyloid plaques are what are usually the driving cause behind dementia. So it's great for stopping that and in fact reversing that. This is my little keto blueberry brain smoothie that I sometimes have for either breakfast or lunch. I am putting all this information up on my website, so you can log on to the Pure Health and Wellness website later on, and you can actually download all this information. So don't be too concerned if I'm going too fast to take notes, because I know that I am. But so blueberries, coconut oil. I use a raw full cream milk, but you can use anything, water or another type of nut milk or oat milk. A scoop of protein powder, it's a keto particular protein powder, and a raw egg to emulsify the fat and bring it all together. Brilliant, tastes great, and really is wonderful for the brain. Beetroots, they improve brain neuroplasticity, which is the ability for the brain to learn new things. It's because of the nitrates that are present in beetroot that allows them to do that. Nitrates improve the oxygenation of brain tissue as well. This helps to reduce age-related dementia. Also, the natural nitrates in beetroot boost blood flow to the brain, helping with mental performance. Plus, during tough workouts in the gym, beetroot actually helps energy levels and performance levels physically as well as mentally. Antioxidants in beetroot provide for better mental energy as well as better physical energy. I love them roasted or in salads. Try to get them into your diet every day. You just have them julienned in salads, raw. They taste great. It's the polysaccharide compounds that we're interested in celery. It's known to improve memory issues in children and adults. Double-blind placebo-controlled clinical studies have shown that consumption of a blend of plant-derived polysaccharides, so from other sources as well as celery, yields positive effects on cognitive function and mood in healthy adults. Polysaccharide-rich foods modify behaviour, enhance synaptic plasticity, the ability to learn, and provide neuroprotective effects. Avocado. Brilliant. The nutrients in avocados help prevent blood clots in the brain. It's protective against stroke as well as help improve cognitive function, especially both memory and concentration. The good fats in avocados help keep blood sugar steadies level and your skin glowing. Again, the good fats in avocado help to produce ketones. Ketones are the main fuel source for the brain. That helps to improve your mental energy. So a lot of people love them. You can eat at least one a day. Bone broth. As you can see there, bone broth is loaded with a lot of different nutrients. Technically speaking, it's not really a broth. It's more of a stock, really, is what the bone broths are. Something with broth is normally got meat with it as well, but a lot of the bones that you'll get probably do have a little bit of meat on them as well. It's a fantastic food for healing your gut and in turn healing your brain. You often hear about the gut-brain connection. One of the reasons is you have a nerve that travels from your brain to your gut called the vagal nerve. Bacteria in the gut have been known to travel up from the gut, up the vagal nerve to the brain and affect the brain. So there's a lot of connection between gut and brain. So anything you can do to improve your gut will improve your brain. But bone broth actually directly does both. It improves the gut and it provides great nutrients for the brain. The full health benefits of bone broth range from boosting your immune system, overcoming leaky gut, improving joint health, and modulating food allergies as well. Two of the proteins that you get out of bone broth, proline and glycine, you can see it's the second and third one there, keep your immune system functioning properly and help to improve your memory. This is probably king of all the things you can do for the brain. Truly a brain food, extra virgin olive oil. It's thanks to its powerful antioxidants known as polyphenols. The polyphenols in olive oil improve learning and memory, but also reverse age and disease-related learning and memory deficit. The oil also helps fight against molecules that are toxic to the brain, which induce Alzheimer's. So a great preventative for Alzheimer's. Extra virgin olive oil performed better at fighting off Alzheimer's than butter or coconut oil. It raises brain glutathione levels. Glutathione is a natural molecule we have in our body which it chelates. It grabs hold of toxins and drags them out of the body. Olive oil helps to raise your glutathione levels, especially in the brain. The antioxidants in it truly help to oxygenise the brain as well. So one of the ways that I suggest you try to get more olive oil into your diet, and you almost cannot overdose on olive oil, is if you make a good green leafy salad, you then put 2 tablespoons. You might not want to start on that. You might want to start on 1 tablespoon of olive oil into your salad and just eat the whole thing. Make sure you consume the olive oil along with something good in there, like apple cider vinegar as well. Stimulates digestion. So from the salad, if you've got celery and avocado in it, you're going to be really feeding your brain an excellent amount of nutrients. Broccoli, it's the sulforaphane in broccoli, which is a sulfur-containing compound. It's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. And sulforaphane is found in a lot of cruciferous vegetables. It just happens to be fairly high in broccoli. It promotes the growth, sulforaphane promotes the growth and repair of brain tissue. So that's why you need to have it in your diet. It's a potent antioxidant and detoxifier. Rosemary, it's the carnosic acid, one of the main ingredients in rosemary that protects the brain from neurodegeneration, so it really saves your neurons. It does this by protecting the brain against toxic chemicals and free radicals which are linked to neurodegeneration, Alzheimer's disease, strokes, and normal aging of the brain. Superfood turmeric, it's almost found in all good health protocols. It's highly antioxidant, highly anti-inflammatory, and it keeps your immune system healthy as well, while also improving the brain's oxygen intake, keeping you alert and able to process information. Walnuts. Contain a number of neuroprotective compounds, including vitamin E, folate, melatonin. They stimulate melatonin production. They contain great fats, omega-3 fats, and antioxidants. Research shows walnuts consumption may support brain health, including increasing cognitive ability in young adults, the ability to figure out new things. One study also found that consuming high antioxidant foods like walnuts can decrease the enhanced vulnerability to oxidative stress that occurs in aging. So it saves your brain from degeneration in aging. And it also enhances cognitive ability and motor function. So your brain is controlling the way you move, so it's protective against Parkinson's as well. Number 15, the final food in this series that we're looking at, fatty fish. If you like fish, you're in luck, because many fish are loaded with omega-3 fats, which are excellent for your brain. The omega-3 oils help to reduce brain fog, maintain memory, and can even improve memory. So it's the EPA portion of fish oil that is mainly anti-inflammatory, and it's the DHA portion of fish oil that's mainly good for neurons and brain health. So, what are some of the lifestyle or clinical interventions that you can do to help your brain health? First and foremost, I recommend detoxification. We are bombarded with plastics, BPA, bisphenol A. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere in our food chain just about these days. There's a lot of plastics that still have it. Try to avoid plastic altogether. If you do have to have plastic, have one that's BPA free. You have toxins in your amalgams and your aluminium wrapping as well. So if you can go through a full clinical detox, it's great. You'll know you're toxic if you have any of these symptoms: foggy-headed, thick-headed, poor memory, slow cognition, low concentration, deficient mental energy. So a lot of people say, I feel tired, but physically, when you have a talk to them, you find they're okay. A lot of it can just be mental. So detoxing is great for mental energy. What you need to do: follow a detailed clinical detox. Track your progress with hair analysis, and it can take 2 years plus to get all the heavy metals out of your body. These programs that say, oh, you're doing a 4-week or an 8-week detox, they don't cut it. When you actually measure the heavy metals in people, you find that you're finding them there, or we find in clinic, we are finding them in people's bodies for at least 2 years before they really start to clear. It takes a while. So what really is the best way to power your brain? Research shows ketone bodies are better than glucose. Why? Why is that? We'll look at that in a second. And how do we feed ketone bodies to our brain? The answer is the ketogenic diet. So ketones are the best food for your brain. A lot of those foods we just looked at are in fact ketogenic. I can tell you a little bit more outside, or come down to the stand. We're at stand 26. Also log on to our website and have a look at the download you can get from there for it. Thank you very much for coming along. Sorry to cut it short.
Thank you to Stuart. He's been very cooperative. Please go down and visit him at booth 26, which is just down there, because he's a wealth of information.